Yo, hello everybody, welcome to today's episode of this Intercontinental podcast. Today we have a very special guest, Meti. So I just want to start with you, Meti. How are you today?
Thank you, man. I'm fine. I hope you guys are doing well as well. And of course, I'm already excited because the Derby week is always
Yeah,
maybe in our situation, it is one of the most special weeks of the season.
yeah, like we just like every fan, we are excited as well. So it's good to have you
Yeah.
back on the podcast. By the way, it's been a while.
Yes,
So
it's been a
yeah,
while, but
yeah,
it feels like it was yesterday.
yeah, yeah. Time flies, man. Time flies.
Yeah,
So yeah, Dom, we got Dom as well. So how do you do, my man?
I'm great. Good to be on the podcast with our new guest.
Yeah, it's always good to be on the podcast. So as Matty mentioned before, we have a derby match this weekend, which we have been waiting for a long time. It feels like as Matthew said before, you always wait for this day in every year. You when you play against Galatasaray, and when it is in Kadıköy, it's like more special. Like it's like having a carnival. So I mean, Dom, do you think Fenerbahçe will continue to keep their unbeaten record at Kadıköy?
Well, of course, I hope so. But this year is I am most scared that we will lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think generally our record has been good in derbies this year. Like we doing well, so hopefully we can continue and keep our unbeaten run against them going.
Yeah. Well, as you say, like we are not doing well. It's just derby. Like when it comes to derbies, it's different. Different atmosphere. Players get in the mood. So I hope we're gonna continue to keep our record. So Meti, do you agree with Tom?
Yes, I absolutely agree. And of course, this year is a special year because I can't remember that we had a situation like this in the last few years where we were struggling so
Mm-hmm.
much, where we had struggles besides of the football as well in financial way, and where it was open to everyone, that everyone knew about it.
Yeah.
And so I think it will depend on the team how they will go into this match. I think over the whole season we could see that the fans, that the atmosphere was always good. So I think the fans in the background are doing everything they can, and
Yeah.
now it depends on the players on the pitch. So last week was a little bit disappointing, like the whole season. But
Yeah.
like mentioned, the derbies are always something special, and especially in these matches. For example, the last derby against Besiktas has shown it that
Mm-hmm.
you also can come back from a 3-0, and
Yeah.
this was I was freaking out like we have won the championship, but it was so special, and that makes
Mm-hmm.
a derby. And I hope, of course, our unbeaten run at home will continue. And um, even if I think about it, even in the situation, I can't believe that we will lose. But
Mm-hmm.
the chances for Galatasaray are better than the last few years. Say
Yeah.
it like that.
Yeah. As you said, like the fans probably will do their best, like they do in every matches. Especially this season, even we are like having our worst start to the season and worst season of in our history. The fans are unbelievable. They just almost fill the stadium in every match and
Yes,
keep
yes.
supporting the team. This is really unbelievable and this is fantastic. And I think almost there are no tickets left for Galatasaray match. So people like going crazy. I'm not sure how many fans there will be. There will be full in the stadium and they will be chanting to the last minute. And I believe, this will help us to get 3 points and run our unbeaten record at Kadıköy. So it's been 21 years, right? The last time
Yeah,
they won in our stadium, it's been 21 years. So
yeah.
like I'm
I
asking
can't
because
remember.
yeah, I can't remember as well. I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. So I can't really remember well. But yeah, it's been 21, and we will just get. I believe we will get another win, no Joe as well, and this will decide who's going to be the champions, in my opinion as well. Also, I wonder. I just wonder if Jelson will play or not. It will be interesting, because you know what happened last time Jelson played. They run whole Galatasaray fans and players crazy,
But now we got several others to protect him. So
Yeah, it will be a very special game for him as well. Former,
yes, of course.
yeah, former Galatasaray defender. It will be a very special game for him. And imagine him scoring against his former team. This would be cool
Yes,
to give them an answer.
yes. But we will see what our coach will think about this match and how he will go into this match.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. Yeah.
this will be a big part of how the game will go.
Yeah. Well, I just Dom, I just want to ask you that. Do you think Chelsea will do another slap to Belhanda?
Let's see. Well, we have to see whether he gets the chance. Obviously, like we said in the previous podcast, Essen, hasn't really been playing Gelson, so maybe you have to run on from the bench and then go and slap him again.
Yes. And now this is his home. He will use his chance. And I wonder about the atmosphere as well, because there will be things will get complicated again, like not. I believe we will see another fight on the pitch, and I wonder if Volkan Demirel will start and because he's good at derbies, he's good at like his performance is good, and he just is good at driving them crazy too. So Meti, as you're a goalkeeper too, and
I knew this question will come.
so already you knew, yeah. So do you think Volkan or Harun? I mean, who would you start against Galatasaray?
So I have to talk about it in general, maybe. As a goalkeeper, I just have questions about our situation on this position starting from the beginning of the season. So I can absolutely understand to extend the contract with Volkan. Volkan is one of my favorite players, but I couldn't understand how this was developing. So if the season ends, and especially at a player like Volkan Demirel, you have to know, okay, we are going to do it or not. And not like, we will look in the next few weeks and so on and so on. So then the transfer of Harun, I mean, he's not a bad goalkeeper, but I'm not sure if he fits to Fenerbahçe to 100%. And then he got with Berke, a really young goalkeeper. For me, if I could have chosen it, I would have gone for Volkan Demirel as the number one from the beginning of the season, but would also have told him to give him one mission, besides of keeping the clean sheet. His mission would have been to take Berke and take him to the future number one and show him everything what you have to know at this club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And if you're starting a new job in a new company,
yeah.
you also have some people who are showing you.
Like you having a teacher, right? You having a teacher.
Yes, you have a teacher, and you're taking over a position.
Yeah.
And this would have been the perfect season. Even so, what should have Berke done wrong in this season?
Yeah,
nothing.
Right. Yeah, nothing.
So this would have been the perfect season. For example, to let Volkan Demirel play the first derby, and to say in the second derby back, this is going to be your first derby. You cannot lose anything.
True.
You can start to build your status here at Fenerbahçe, keeping a clean sheet at home against outside. So this would have been my way. So for me, if I could choose who is going to be in goal on Sunday, I would absolutely go for Berke, because what should. Of course, he could lose, and he would be the goalkeeper ruining the not losing streak. But come on.
Yeah, I mean, Volkan Demirel did doing derbies as well.
It could be Volkan as well. So we have to be realistic. There will be a time where we have to give a fuck about this not losing streak against Galatasaray. So so me as a fan, that's my opinion. there should be. We should think about the future and not about this
moment,
not losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's the point's already over to give Darky a chance because how old is he? He's something like
he's 18.
19,
Yeah, he's 18. He's
18.
about 18.
Yes, so he's 18. So if you give him a chance now, what should happen? Like, he's not 15 or 14. He's 18.
I mean, this is the age he should start playing.
Yes. So for me, absolutely, I would go for Becker. But in the situation where I know how the situation is, and I think Volkan Demirel will start. So because I think personally it will be his last derby.
Mm-hmm.
And,
true. It will be his
it's a bit like Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, true.
He's not playing now in the NBA as well, so I think this will be his last home derby against Galatasaray, and of course he is the last guy who wants to lose against Galatasaray.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, look at the legend goalkeepers, like Casillas, Buffon. They all started playing like at a very young age, like 18, 17 years old. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't remember, but I know Casillas was like 17 years old when he was playing in the Champions League for Real Madrid. He was something like that.
Yes, it's crazy. So that's what I think in general.
Mm-hmm.
Why we have to say we're playing just in the Turkish league. So the Turkish league is far away from competing with other big leagues in Europe.
Unfortunate facts, yeah.
In my opinion, if you don't give the young guys, not just on the goalkeeper position, if you don't give them a chance to get this ceiling playing in front of 40,000 at home, even if it is another home game, it doesn't have to be a derby.
Yeah.
But it's also a sign if you give the young player, even if it will be 10 minutes or something like that against Galatasaray. So this is a sign for a lot of other young players that they can make it there.
This is the message. This will be the message for them, yeah.
This should be the message for the Turkish football, not just for Fenerbahçe. But, I mean, you're seeing it at the national team in the last few years. You're seeing it in the bigger clubs in Turkey. That's really sad that we have, for the potential we got in Turkey, we got really, really low number of good players in young ages.
I think the system is wrong, as you said. Like, that's about trusting in youth. I think this is especially about as you said, the top teams like Beşiktaş, Fenerbahçe, Galatasaray. We are talking about, like, I mean, almost in every episode, I mentioned this young problem. I mean, giving them chances, like we got like Elif and Berke, Ferdi Kadıoğlu. I mean, like those are like talented footballers, like, and they need to play. And if they don't play, how will they improve themselves? I mean, we give them like chances in Turkish Cup, playing against like mid-table teams or level league teams. But this is not, even the player performs well. In the next Turkish league match, he will be on the bench. Maybe not even on the bench. So this has to change. So Dom, you've been quiet. I mean, you have some things to talk about. Tell your opinion about Yoff.
Well, in sort of response to what you guys have said, I think it's definitely time, of course, to play our youth players. I think, like with this season, it's just we have to write it off, and what better time to start putting our young players out there and stuff. I think, although I think this Galatasaray match, I still think maybe not put Berke in goal. I agree, like, he deserves a chance, but I don't think, to be honest, actually, I don't really see, he probably wouldn't do any worse than our other keepers, but, in some games like this, you need experience, and
true, that's true as well.
I'm not a big fan of Volkan recently, I think he's lost a lot of games, when I think he just changes a bit in the derbies, and I think if he starts, then I won't be too bothered. Like, normally I think, but I think it's weird to say, but I think it's like, whereas other players, they care about every match. It almost seems like he only cares about these derby games now. So if he's in the goal, then okay, fine with it this time, whereas normally in a regular match, I like to see Harun in goal. But yeah, like Meti is saying, it's time for Berger to have a chance. But I think maybe for
next season,
4 games in the season, maybe not our biggest one.
I think
yes, like I said, it should have been earlier. The point where he should have get a chance. So if I would have been the coach, I would have started the season completely different. That's what I was talking about. In this situation where we are right now, of course, I would go with Volkan Demirel as well. So give him the last derby, and like I said, for me, as or if I would be the guy to decide at Fenerbahçe, I would have given Volkan the mission to give Berke the best possible start at Fenerbahçe, and so slowly give over the gloves to our future number 1. That's what I was talking about. So of course it would be ridiculous to let Berke start now.
Derby
on Sunday. So that's not like how I want to say that. So I'm absolutely with you.
I think they don't give back a chance because the league isn't over yet, and when we look at our position in the league, unfortunately we are still in the risky place, in the relegation zone. So I think they don't want to give back a chance, because if he does a mistake, he will get like some bad words. He will get some bad words, and he wouldn't just get over it, because he's young. And you know what? He's a teenager. One day he's something bad about them, and they get like their moral goes down very, very quickly. So they don't want this to happen, I guess. And I think I've been saying this for a long time. Harun isn't like he isn't on the level of Fenerbahçe yet, in my opinion. He's a very good goalkeeper when it comes to penalties, especially. But I still feel like uncomfortable, when it comes to especially dead balls or corner kicks, because he can do mistakes easily. And I will definitely start Volkan Demirel against Galatasaray. And as you, Meti, mentioned before, this probably will be his last derby. And he likes these derbies. I'm pretty much sure he will do well. And as Dom is right as well. Volkan hasn't been doing well, especially in the last few years, and costed us many points. But on the other side, he's a legend for the club, and when he retires, which is going to happen at the end of this season, I believe, he will be still working for Fenerbahçe, and he will do what you were saying, Meti. He will be helping Berke and he will be showing the way to Berke. And by the way, what do you think about our defense? Who do you think will start in defense, Meti? I mean, we got Serdar Aziz, as you said, Şikirtel and Sadık. So, I'm sure Şikirtel will be starting.
I'm sure about that as well. So it will be about Sadık or Serdar. Of course, it will be a special match, very special match for Serdar Aziz, like for Jailton. And I think he will. So Ersun Yanal will go with Sadık. That's my feeling at the moment. I'm not really sure, but maybe it could come different as well. So I would hope for Sadık as well, because I think if you're getting transferred from Galatasaray to Fenerbahçe and then starting in the next derby, it will be really, really curious and big pressure on Serdar Aziz as well. So because the fans are expecting a lot, and I think the better choice would be Sadık. And at the moment, maybe it would change in the next few days until Sunday, but I would go with Sadık.
Yeah, Sadık is a great defender, and Serdar Aziz is like, as you said, it will be a special match for him, but he's the type of player who could get injured very easily, and he will just do some mistakes. I would really pick Sadık over Serdar Aziz. And what do you think about right back position? Isla will be starting, but I guess he had some problems against Ankaragücü last week. I think they say he got some injury, that's why he got subbed off. I think it's not really something very risky. So he will start against Galatasaray. But on the other side, we got Dirar. And
Yes,
I'm
yes,
saying Dirar will
I think
start
we got
again.
some options with Naby Dila and Shanad. I think either option would be okay for us. I think these are good players if they perform. So they have some blackout moments as well. But I mean, who didn't have a blackout this season at Fenerbahçe? So I think on the right back position, of course, it's an important position, but I'm a little bit disappointed of Mauricio Isla as well. So I'm not bothering that much if there would be a Naby Dila or Shannon on this position.
Yeah, well, I almost forgot about Shana, and yeah, it's likely him to leave at the end of season as his contract expires. That's what I think. It looks like he's not in the plans of Arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah, although Dira is a good player. I mean, last season the fans were swearing at him. They were like he was maybe the most hated man in the team last season.
Yes,
But
yes.
things have changed, and he became like a superhero for Fenerbahçe this season. So I believe I really count on him. I don't even care if he plays as a right back or right winger because he does well both of them. But I was thinking maybe Arsenal also likes Ayel, so I was thinking maybe Dirar would start as a right back, and Arsenal would use Ayel as a right winger.
That's an option as well.
Yeah, because probably will play in attacking football. Isla goes attack lots, but comparing to Dirar is a better attacking player. And yeah, but also Isla and Dirar when they play on the right side, they do well. I mean, because they know each other. They played together last season too, so they know each other. But they have a better combination comparing to Dirar to Ayel.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah, so let's hear you, Dom. I mean, yeah, you've been like, why should I start? Defenders or right back, right winger?
Well, yeah, we're talking about defense. So yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I think I'd rather see Sarduk in the central defense over Serdar Aziz. But if Serdar Aziz does start, then it could be interesting. It's quite good to watch when one player transfers between the two sides and then plays in the derby, gets their old team, see if there's any fights or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think it'll be the first time maybe a certain player who's come to us from Galatasaray has played the game before the most recent transfer, as in Tolga.
Yeah.
He still hasn't played.
Yeah, he got injured again. He was about to get fit,
who
but
knows if we ever see him play.
yeah, he will be leaving probably.
And then yeah, I agree with right back. I think probably play Isla there, and then Dirar on the right wing. Good combination.
Yeah, agreed. I'm curious about our midfielders, man. Yeah, we won't have AKG as he's suspended, but I believe Topal will be starting as he's one of Arsenal's favorite players, and it's likely to see Tolga and Mehmet Topal together. If they both play, there will be no place for Jailson, in my opinion. As we will play in attacking football, it's most likely to see Zaik joining Topal and Tolga in the midfield. That's what I believe so, and I really wonder about Zaik's performance against Galatasaray because he did well against Besiktas when we did a comeback. He also scored one of the goals, and I think this will be a good midfield in my opinion. I would rather have Jerison over Topal, but I am really sure that Arsenal will choose Topal over Jerison.
Yes, especially with the happened things in the first derby. I think it will be like you said that we will play with Mehmet with Tolgay and yes, most realistic Mia Zaik in front of them. So I'm thinking about other options, but like you have mentioned, if there will be Tolgay, there will be no place for Giles. Even with the with the story with him and Galatasaray, it would be really, not dangerous, but it would be risky because you don't know on which side this can shift. So it can motivate the player to start again against Galatasaray, of course, after this stuff, what happened. But it can also be, really, really dangerous. So I think he will trust on his guys who have played in the last few matches as well, like that. So I think we don't have to talk about these positions that much.
Yeah. Well, we know what happened in the last derby when we faced Galatasaray, and it is likely to happen like that in our stadium. That's what I believe because you know about Hassan Shashti, and so and Fenerbahçe fans are awaiting him. So and he's the type of man who can get really gassed up easily. He could just probably get in touch with some fans. Saying some words to them. And I hope our fans will be careful. Because we will get banned or the match will be cancelled. We will just lose it 3-0 to Galatasaray. So so there will be many options.
That would be a story.
Yeah,
21 years.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only way for them to win it. And we will see. I hope. I don't think we'll win. I'm not sure, man. But the atmosphere will be crazy, and it will be a heated match, heated derby as well. What do you think about Valbuena? Because Aykut Kocaman was using him as a bench player last season, and most of fans were not happy with that. But Arsenal has started to do the same thing. So it is. I think it is likely. It's likely we will see that Moses will be starting over Valbuena as left winger. That's what I believe. So of course, our Jesus Hassan Ali is the left back position. That I feel like there's no one can replace him. He did something, so he's staying at Fenerbahçe. He's working hard player, and he's currently doing well. Yeah.
So to talk about Valbuena, like you've heard, I'm a big fan of giving young players a chance. But for me, and that's what I couldn't understand at Aykut Kocaman, and I can't understand it at the moment at Arsenal. For me, Mathieu Valbuena is the most experienced player in the squad, the whole squad, together with Volkan Demirel. He's experienced on the international stage, and
derbies as well in French.
He's 34 years old, and when he comes on the pitch, he plays like a 19 years old guy.
True.
Even maybe because he's so small, but you could see it at the derby when we played at Beşiktaş. He came on at the half and he changed the complete.
Yeah, that's why they use him as a bench player, because he's a game changer.
I'm not sure if he's that happy with that because he's 34 years old. I don't know how long he will play, but come on, he is. When he's fit, he's one of the best players we have in our squad, and I still can't understand how this guy is not starting at Fenerbahçe. And I followed him even when he was playing for Olympique Marseille and for Olympique Lyon, and he was always a great player because somehow, even if he's so small, but that's a big comparison now. But when he dribbles, he's similar to Lionel Messi. So from the movement, so. And he has a good shot. Every single corner kick, free kick is almost dangerous when he takes it.
True.
So for me, that's a little bit unfortunate to say that. He is one of the less leaders we have in our squad. And for me, Valbuena is absolutely a starter when he's fit. So I'm not sure how and what the coach is thinking there. Of course, he has more insights about the happening stuff at the training ground, etc. But for me, Mathieu Valbuena has to be a starter, and I think he's also someone who came to Turkey and who's adapted something to the fans. So if you see the social media posts, even if he's not playing, if he's sitting on the bench from week by week, he's also pushing it. Of course, there could be his management, but that's a little thing which gives me a feeling that Valbuena is feeling comfortable in Turkey and he wants to play, even if he's an older, experienced guy. Yeah. So that's my opinion about it, but my opinion won't change for Sunday, I guess.
Yeah. Well, as you said, he's a great player. He's got a great technique. But the only thing, I think his only problem is like he plays with ball too much. And when he loses it, he loses it in the dangerous places. So this will cost us, make us problem, especially when the opponent is on the counter attack. But definitely a great player, and as you said, he's very dangerous at that balls, corner kicks. He got a very great technique, and I would actually use him as a number 10 spot. Maybe rather than using him on winger. I think he will be useful there, and I would maybe well, if you ask me, I would start with tall guys like and Valbuena in the midfield, but this will be maybe 2 attacking, and it will be very useful. Yeah, exactly. But a good player. But as you said, most likely we will see him on the bench on Sunday. Who knows? Maybe he will start after Moses' poor performance against Ankara Gücü. But Moses got experience as well. Played in the Premier League for a long time.
Yes, of course.
And he knows he's very good at finding himself positions on the box. And it's most likely you will see Moses as left winger. Well, there's no option other than Soldado in the striker spot. We don't have Slimani. He's left out of the squad. And, Arsenal, I think he's not good with, when I say he's not good with Frey, I mean, about he has no plans for Frey. So we will see Soldado as our striker. And Soldado likes derbies too, He's an experienced player as well. And, but he was awesome. I remember Soldado playing in La Liga. It was perfect, but maybe it's because of his age. Currently, he's not doing well. I would say he's doing well, but after seeing him against Ankara Gücü, even you should score that chances. If you're a striker, you should score these chances.
Yeah.
But when you look at his stats, he's been doing well. He scored 3 goals in his last 4 games. This is good for him. We have seen Slimani, Yeah, he scored 2 goals in 21 matches. So we should be thankful for Soldado, man.
Yes, absolutely. So I think so too. So Soldado is experienced as well. Even when I see him playing, I would not say that if I would not know it that he is 33 years old. But I think he could be a key in this derby as well, because sometimes he just needs one chance to score. And I hope it will be on Sunday. So normally I was not sure about his transfer to us as well, but I think he's someone who's giving everything on the pitch. At least it looks like when you have a look at him, especially. And so I think the derby could be his derby as well. So depending on how the match is going, maybe we need one chance to score. Sometimes in the situations where we are, you have to play like that, even if you are trying to play attacking football. So of course Galatasaray will come to Kadıköy to win, because they want to win the title, and they know if they are not going to win it, it will be almost impossible. So they have nothing to lose as well, even if there is the not losing streak of Fenerbahçe, etc. But they will be completely going for that, I think. So it will be really, really interesting because of the situation, because of the different situations at both clubs.
Yeah. Well, Dom, do you think Valbuena should start against Galatasaray on this Sunday? He was like,
Well,
I've been waiting for this moment, you know.
yeah, building up. I mean, I agree with what you guys have said. Like about Bueno, he's a real professional and he's got great passion for the team, and yeah, he's a great player. I don't know. I do feel he does deserve to start more games, but I think it has been working with him coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it can help the team. You know, he's a difficult player to bring him on is good. But I mean, I do agree. He can be a bit exposed when it comes to needing to defend as a team. And in modern football, there's a lot of attacking as a team and defending as a team. And I think he sort of lacks that a bit when it comes to the defense. So, yeah, but I mean, you know, we've seen how the season's gone. I think starting him, it wouldn't hurt. You know, we might as well just try anything because these games don't always go our way. But yeah, obviously it's a big game, and he knows he's a professional player. He knows how to handle games like this. And similar with what Meti was saying about Soldado, he knows how to play in these big games. And yeah, Soldado is a good finisher. I think if you combined Soldado's finishing with Slimani, Slimani is quite good on the ball.
I'm not sure if Slimani has his finishing skills or not. I'm not sure about that.
No, I mean, if you put Soldado's finishing with Slimani, on Slimani, that would be a good striker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Slimani he's actually he's a good player at doing pretty much everything but finishing. You know, he was good at passing and he got the ball a lot. And
he knows how to use his body. Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah. So,
but we need goals, man. We don't need bodies.
Yeah. So those are my sort of thoughts on Valbuena for you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Well, I want to ask you about also the referee, you know, and Ali Palabiyik will be the referee of the Intercontinental Derby. So, Meti, I'm sure you have some words to talk about this.
Yes. Before we start the podcast, I saw the tweet.
Yuki's not happy with that, definitely.
Yes. So, of course, you can talk a lot about Turkish referees, and you could talk about it the whole day. But in the end, we can't change it. So if I think about it after, of course, I was saying, oh no. But we have to deal with it. So that's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, right.
We have our experiences with him and also with other referees. I think there are not that many options where we would have been happy. So the best thing would be maybe that there would be a project that something like the referee from the Premier League will make all derbies in Turkey. But I'm not sure. So
dreams are quick, man. Yeah.
So like the problems in the with the youth players in Turkey, we have also a little problem with the referees, I guess. So that's a general problem, not against him. So
yeah,
we have to deal with it. We have to do the best, and
even it's necessary. We have to beat the referee as well.
So, so I'm thinking about that are my plans. In the end of May, so I'm actually active player in the Sunday League football here in Germany. I'm thinking about making my referee thing at the end of May.
Yeah,
so
great news for you.
To see this side as well. But these are in plans, so maybe it will work, and I can tell you a bit more about that.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I mean, we wish you best of luck, man. I mean, you will be a good referee, I'm sure about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, one day we'll be watching you in the Super League. Give it 3 points to Fenerbahçe, before they even kick off. That's really cool. Yeah, about the referee, as you said, there's nothing to do. I hope he will be like he will the match with justice, and as you said also, the referees are another problem in Turkish Super League. Even if we've got war, like still lots of mistakes, and especially Fenerbahçe lost lots of points because of those mistakes. So maybe Dom, you have some talk about the referee as well. You will say the same thing, probably. Like, we have nothing to do about it.
Similar.
Yeah, similar.
Obviously, I think pretty much every us as a team, we've got like beef with every Turkish ref. It seems like no one's ever happy with being appointed for our games. But I think that's the same. I think Galatasaray, they've probably seen their fans. They've seen Ali Halabayip.
Yeah.
He's as a referee, and they're probably all saying, "Oh, he's a Fenerbahçe fan," all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think
they're already talking about it. Galatasaray fans. They look like they're not happy with that.
Yeah. So there you go. Like, I just think obviously we just got to hope that it's a fair game, and
exactly.
Can be run on its course. And obviously we have VAR in the league. This season, so hopefully nothing.
It works very well here. No worries.
Yeah.
It's a VAR for nothing. Nothing has changed.
Hope the machine is working. Like, time it was broken.
Yeah. Hope someone wants put it off. And turn it on.
Well, yeah. So hopefully it'll be a good match and fair. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So Meti, what's your score predictions for the derby?
I will be a bit pessimistic, and I will go for a 1-1.
You're saying it's going to be a draw.
Yes.
Right. So who do you think will score the goals on both sides?
I think Galatasaray will profit from an own goal, and at our side there will be Soldado.
Oh yeah. So Dom, what about you?
I think we'll probably draw as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be different though. I'll say high scoring, say 2-2.
Oh yeah.
Then the goals, I think 2 from what's his name again? The new striker.
Jagman.
Jagman.
Yeah, Jagman.
Get confused. I don't know why I got his name.
Yeah.
And then Moses, he can get a goal for us, and Soldado as well. Hopefully to build his confidence. Moses.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it will be like lots of goals, as you said, like highly. But the good things for us, Galatasaray's main center backs, both are suspended.
Yes.
So this is very good for Fenerbahçe. It's most likely. I'm not sure, but I believe Fatih Terim will use Dong as center back, and I believe Semih Kaya will be duo to Dong, and he will be his partner in the center back against us. That's what I believe. So because of this, I think we will score 2 goals. But unfortunately, our defense has a poor form as well. But I will go with 2-1 for us.
Oh, that's it. But to talk about the centre back situation at the outside, to be honest, you could play my grandma in these games. At the moment, she would perform as good as our defense is doing. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So, of course,
it's
kind
sad.
of joke, but you're living as a football player or as a football fan. You're living for these matches, so it doesn't depend on.
True, yeah.
So of course,
we always say when it's derby time, everything changes. Everything changes.
Yes, of course. So even my grandma could make the 90 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Of course, right now could be a chance if he's playing on this not so familiar position for him. But we will see. So let's hope for the best. But I absolutely get your points. We all hope for a win. But I think it's also normal that in our situation, like Dom and me said, that we are going for a draw. So I think before this derby, everyone would accept the draw. Of course, if we win, we are happy as well. But the only thing we don't want is getting smashed at home after this big not losing streak. So that's the biggest fear, I guess.
Well, I side I feel like we're gonna win this one, because, as I said before, Galatasaray defenders are suspended. This is very good chance for us. Well, Dong is a good player, but of course Emika too. But they are not informed, and as we mentioned before, when it's derby time, like everything changes. Once you get in this atmosphere, you're feeling, and you're playing in Kadıköy, imagine the fans will be like, that would be a crazy atmosphere, it'll be crazy sport. The 12 men will be doing their best, that's for sure. Even if we had our very worst days, we just won against Galatasaray. When we won against Galatasaray 6-0, we were having a bad season as well. But we won against them 6-0, and we were 10 men. So everything is possible when it comes to derbies. Well, if you look at this in another side, we will even lose the match. But it's in Kadıköy, so it has to be like there should be a magic. Meti, what is your favorite derby? What's your favorite intercontinental derby in the last 10 years? In Kadıköy, not in Kadıköy.
Oh, in Kadıköy. So that's pretty easy for me. I'm not sure even which year it was, but it was the derby where Dirk Kuyt scored. So I was in the stadium. This was my first derby.
Oh yeah.
It was my second derby, but my first derby in Kadıköy.
Oh, you were on the stands. You were on the stands.
Yes, I also made a video. So this video will always be on my YouTube channel. So,
yeah, it's a great moment.
When Dirk Kuyt scored, it was I guess in the 81st minute.
Yeah.
And I was jumping like 2 rows in front of me and had to get up, and you see that at the camera how I'm getting back to my place.
Yeah.
But I was not the only one, luckily. So if not in front of me, some people would have serious injuries. But it was by far the craziest experience I've made in my football fan career. So all in all,
must be amazing.
I just flew over for the derby. Of course, I visited my family as well, but the whole week was about getting a ticket. The whole story behind it was
very
just
special,
like an adventure,
very special,
because in times of Paso League, etc., it was not that easy for me as a foreigner. I have to say foreigner because I'm familiar with the ticket system from Germany, and so it was really crazy, and I couldn't talk later on to my family as well because I had no voice. So I think that was the best day of my life, maybe.
Yeah, it must be very special for you. I can imagine, man. I can imagine, and that was an amazing match. And I lost it when you cut scored.
I bought the newspaper. I'm not proud about it, but it is photo match. But they had maybe the best picture on the front side with Dirk Kuyt coming over to our side. So it was just in front of the goal where I was behind.
Fantastic!
And so the picture of Dirk Kuyt with the hands behind his ears. Coming over to the fans, so this will be
legend. Dirk Kuyt is a legend for us, man.
Yes,
definitely,
absolutely.
Great baller. I still miss him, definitely. And I can't forget about this goal, and it was special. Yeah, and I really love how also he did celebrate it. It was fantastic. Yes. It was really one of the coolest goal celebration I have ever seen, and scored in the derbies.
Yes.
Yeah. So Dom, what's your favorite one?
I think in recent ones, I think the 2-0 where Van Persie scored.
That's my man here.
That was good because obviously, our season it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as this season, but back then we thought that this season's going quite badly.
Yeah.
Little did we know, I was under Dick Advocat, and then Van Persie.
Uncle D, yeah.
He was, obviously in the time he was with us. Obviously, he was criticised a lot as a player, and obviously going out to Sarai fans would have been, always saying, he's not done as well as you expected him to.
Yeah.
But obviously, sort of got those 2 goals, and it silenced them. And I think his first goal was like a great finish. He looked like he was like slipping over.
Yeah.
Like turn into the goal, and obviously
that was cool.
About him that day.
Yeah, that was a very cool, one of the coolest finishing I've ever seen. To be honest, But when it comes to Galatasaray derbies, everything is cool for me. Yeah, I was about to say the same derby with Tom. 1-1 Percy with double. Because I like you were on the stands, Meti, when the crowd scored the winner, and I was on the stands when 1 Percy did the double. Yeah, and that was fun. That was fantastic, man. I was very happy because, as Dom said, we were actually doing well. I think the derby was on November on this year, so we were doing very well. We were like beating Manchester United. We were keep getting 3 points in the league, and it was very also special for Fenerbahçe fans, just like for 1 Percy too, because 1 Percy, he didn't score against Galatasaray before. And so it was special for me. He scored his first goal against Galatasaray, and then he did the double, and yeah, that was fantastic. And I was on he was just it was fantastic to see him running almost running through the midfield, opening his arms. That was very good, very good match, and one of my favorite derbies. Well, there's a question for you, Meti. I didn't see it, sorry, man. From Hawkeye, he says, "Yo, Meti, are you gonna post your reaction on YouTube on Meti HD channel?" I think he's talking about that derby, Intercontinental derby.
Yes. So my reaction. So I stopped doing my reactions videos.
Yeah, I was about to ask you also this. Yeah.
I get a lot of questions about that as well. So yes, I'm going to post of course, my reaction, but on these days I'm doing it on Instagram because it's a much easier way to do it. The Instagram stories, and even if you use IGTV, it's a good thing as well to be using this. And yes, I haven't posted on my Meti HD channel for a while because I focused on my main channel, PMTV. So I'm trying to. So it was the same. I posted yesterday that I took part of the campaign Fenerbahçe, and I got a lot of questions from German guys because they couldn't understand Turkish. So this was a good way to tell them what is happening at Fenerbahçe. And they said, "Hey, that's a cool thing." And even if I thought, maybe they will laugh because my football club is not doing that well in the financial way, but so there was a good feedback, and I also had some friends here from Germany who are supporting Galatasaray, and they sent me over the screenshots and said, "Hey, come on, a world without Fenerbahçe, there won't be Galatasaray if there's no Fenerbahçe." So they took part of the campaign Fenerbahçe, and they were not joking. That's a very cool thing, and that's where I said, "Wow, respect, man. That's a really, really cool thing." And so there will be a reaction from me, not on YouTube maybe, but definitely on Instagram, Twitter. I think these are the fastest ways. And in times of getting older, it's also getting more and more difficult for me if it is going to be that exciting. So it is easier to use the easy ways on Twitter.
Instagram is almost popular as much as YouTube too, as you said. Love your reactions too, and wish you luck with PMTV. You guys are doing very well, by the way. And you are a legend, man, because of you just said that you explained your friends about this Fenerbahçe project, and which is really amazing. As this is Karika Podcast Crew, we did our job to support Fenerbahçe project as well, and I suppose and I tell everyone around around me, my family, my friends, that I tell them to support this project. And because you said it's not about just Fenerbahçe, it's because imagine there is no Fenerbahçe in Turkey. Even as you said, not just Fenerbahçe fans, Galatasaray, Beşiktaş, and other teams wouldn't be happy with that too. Believe me. That's why also Galatasaray and Beşiktaş fans support Fenerbahçe too. I see that on Twitter.
Of course,
this is very fantastic.
It's the same like I said a few weeks ago when we lost to Başakşehir. I also said, of course, I would have liked to win. It's really annoying that we lost against Başakşehir, not because we are playing in the relegation places. On the other side, that's maybe strange to hear that from a really, really deep Fenerbahçe fan. But for me, it would be 10 times better if Galatasaray would win the championship than
Başakşehir. Right, wow.
But because I also said it on Instagram, for me, we have in Germany with RB Leipzig, with Red Bull, a pretty similar thing. In my opinion, in Turkey, it's a bit more, how should I say it?
Historical clubs, you know.
Yes, there's no history behind this club. And if you see, they are playing for the Turkish championship. And they can't manage to get over 2,000, 3,000 people at the home match. So for me, this shows there's no passion for the football.
True, yeah.
And if there is no passion for the football, you don't have to create a club. So we know how they get supported, and that's not for me the sense of football. So they are taking over one place for a more historical club, which is playing maybe in the second division at the moment. Yeah. So that's for me the sad thing. We have the same in Germany with Leipzig, with Hoffenheim, where of course people take money and push it into the clubs to push their business. That's no, you cannot blame about that. That's the only way what Red Bull is doing at Leipzig, nothing else. So that's what I'm a bit more on the side of the historical clubs. And for me, even if it would be our biggest rival, I would go for Galatasaray as the champion.
Yeah, what up, man?
Yeah, but unfortunately, they did so bad.
Meti is mad right now.
But that's not my business on Sunday, so they have to do it on the other matches. But so that's what I think it is.
Yeah, word up, very respect. Before I just jump in this topic, I want to ask Chris Duffy. He says, he asks, how can we buy tickets for the game without a Puzzle League? We want to come to the game from London, but this new system with Puzzle League is confusing. Well, unfortunately, you can't buy tickets for any match. So, yeah, and also, yeah, as Meti said, as I know, tickets are sold out for Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray derby, and just for you to know that you can't buy tickets without Puzzle League in Turkey. So you need to make an account. If you're interested on about this, you can find it out on Puzzle League website. There's an English language option too. But if you still can't find it, just hit us on DM. So we will do our best to explain you and help you about that. But unfortunately for Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray derby, the tickets are likely sold out. I mean, there are some.
It is really difficult.
But yeah, also.
I remember, I think it was 2015 when I was there. I was like in the Bakkal, where could I buy the ticket with my Puzzle League card, and the guy did that for me. The complete system crashed, and I was there 1 hour before the selling started, and the complete system crashed.
Yeah, this is what happens.
I already had my seat where I wanted to go, and this complete system crashed, and we pressed F5, refresh.
F5, yeah.
And it didn't refresh, and when it refreshed,
this is what happens.
Sold out. And then you could turn on the TV, all tickets are sold out.
You're going crazy.
Ridiculous.
I
came to Turkey to go to this match, and luckily, I remember that because I will never forget that. I had 30,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I called Fenerbahçe. And luckily, I somehow I talked to them in English because my Turkish is not that good.
Yeah.
And I called Fenerbahçe the random number, and I said, I need someone who's speaking English. And the only guy who could talk to me at this moment in English was the press manager.
You're talking Fatih Demir called.
No, he's not there anymore. He's gone in the summer as well. It was Necati Mete.
Oh, no, even Necati Mete. Yeah, Necati.
Yes, and I talked to him, and I said, come on, I came now to Turkey to watch this match, and I couldn't get a ticket. And I talked to him before as well because I want to know if there's the open or free training session where we could watch and support the team. What Galatasaray maybe will have as well. So I thought I read about it as well, that they're thinking about a training session where they will push the team with the fans. But he said no, we don't have this. And then I told him about that, and he told me if I have any problem with puzzle league or something like that I could ask him. And I asked him, and luckily he managed to organize me a ticket where I could go with his brother to the stadium. And this was, I will always thank him for this move. This was so great.
Yeah, you're lucky
and
enough.
that was the way how I got my ticket. So this is really so difficult to get a ticket. I don't know if there's, I mean, okay, El Clasico is maybe difficult as well, but this is maybe the most difficult match to get tickets.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sure in everywhere around the world, when in derby matches, you can find tickets. You know, at least you can find one. But when it comes to
in Germany, for example, you can if you have too much money, you can go to the Borussia Dortmund stadium in front of the Schalke match, and you can give them 300 euros. You will get a ticket in front of the stadium for 300 euros.
This is similar
even if you are going to pay it in Turkey now, you can't get it on the normal way.
Yeah, I see now. I mean, as you said, there are some people who sell tickets. Like, this is not official, you know. This is not legal, actually.
Yes.
Around the stadium, you can see that they scream like they shout, there are tickets for the derby match. But it's like crazy money, you know what I'm saying? I remember, like, I just asked. I went to Fenerbahçe and Galatasaray derby when, as I mentioned before, the one person did the double. I went to that derby. I already got my ticket, thanks to some friends. But you know, I heard that someone was screaming like there are some tickets for the derby. I was curious, you know. I just wanted to ask him like how much money he would ask for. You know, when he said, let me tell you this about euro. He said he told me that it will be like 1,000 euros. You know, I was like, what? You crazy? 1,000 euros? I mean, you could buy a car for 1,000 euros in Turkey. What you talking about, man? Yeah, so I was like, no, thanks. I'm not for this. You can find it on some websites in Turkey. They sell tickets for like I seen that $15,000 for one ticket. That's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not euro, but it's still 15,000 liras for one ticket. And even believe me, you can buy a car. You can buy a car in Turkey with that money.
You can make such a party after winning. Can't imagine.
Yeah, this is. I'm not. Dom, you got Pasoli?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
You don't have to struggle.
Yeah. because Chris asks if I apply for Pasoli, will they send the card to England to my address, or do I need to collect it myself? Well, I think they send abroad, as I know, but I'm not sure about that.
They sent abroad, but
it will take a very long time, right?
I also did it like that. That I send it to my family in Turkey, and I collected it there. But what I heard as well is that you can, but I mean it's too late to get the ticket now for Sunday. But if you are for a longer time in Turkey and maybe you are going to visit another match as well, you can go there and get a one-time Puzzle League as well. So for a day or for the upcoming match, so you don't have the procedure of applying on the internet and that stuff, and you can make it in Turkey as well. So that's what I've heard as well.
Yeah, I prefer as well too. I said if you ever gonna watch a game in Turkey, you should do that. I mean, you apply this Puzzle League. As Meti said before, they give you a ticket for using it once, and you could tell them that you will get your Puzzle League near the stadium. There's an office of Puzzle League near the stadium. Yes. So you just tell them you will collect your Puzzle League there. So even if your Puzzle League is not there yet, they will give you a ticket for using it once, you know, for that much. So this is the better option for you, mate, because it will take very long time to get it in English. I mean, maybe it will take even 1 month. I'm not sure. Maybe you wouldn't even get your Puzzle League in English because they were with the government post office, you know. So, and it is very slow, as I know. So I would really suggest you to do that way. By the way, how I asks, I missed that. Sorry, man. What position are we gonna finish? Well, Dom, what position are you gonna finish? You've been quiet, you know. Sorry for that. Like we've been talking too much about that.
I think we'll probably finish 11th. I think we move up the table a bit, but with a few more wins. But I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. If we beat Antalya, I think we could have gone a bit further up the table. But I think seeing a match like that, and I think we will have similar games for the rest of the season.
Yeah, man. Same. I think we will finish between 8 and 11, or maybe even 12. I mean, I'm a little bit scared about that because it is after seeing a match against Ankaragücü, I was like, nah, that's bad. That's bad. So, Mati, what do you think?
I absolutely agree. So it will be somewhere between 9 and 12, I guess. We got some maybe easier matches, if you want to call it like that. I think we are playing against Erzurumspor as well, Akhisar at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, there will be starting with the match on Sunday. After that, we will have Trabzonspor at home as well with a special match again, I guess. And so, I mean, we have some more difficult matches, but there will be no big jump in the table, I guess. So, we should just look at it that we don't get on the 16th place. But I'm not that bothered. So, I mean, to be realistic, I think we should do that. And yes, I guess some maybe 10th, maybe 11th, something like that.
Yeah. So you are welcome, Chris. If you have any, like, if you're confused or need any help, you can always send us a message on Twitter or Instagram. So we will do our best to help you about that, Chris. Well, who should leave? Well, I think I believe there are many players who will be leaving at the end of this season, and starting with our center backs Martin Şikito, Roman Moshteda. As I know, both of them will be leaving as their contract expire. I also think definitely Slimani and Benzia. We know they're going back to their teams, but I think somehow we will keep Valbuena and Soldado maybe for one more year, and also Tolga Ciğerci and Ismail Körbeşi will leave, in my opinion, too. So, Meti, who would you keep of those names I counted?
Yes, like I said, I would, if Valbuena wants to stay, I would give him one more year because, in my opinion, like I said, he's a high-quality player that could be a leader in this team. And absolutely, from the names you just mentioned, I would say that these players should leave and we should look for other options. Maybe some young players, in the best case, from Turkey, because it would make things much easier. And yes, and then, like I said, I'm a bit tired of the whole rumors from Turkey, so I'm letting me getting surprised what will happen. But I'm optimistic because even with Ali Koç, there were made a few transfers, there were made new ideas as well with Philip Cocu as a coach. So they made their experiences, even if these were bad experiences, but you can also learn from these bad experiences.
True. Yeah, you always learn from your mistakes.
I guess they will do, and so I'm really excited for the next season. But first of all, we have to end this horrible season. But this can happen to every club. So
agreed, man. By the way, I said I would keep Valbuena and Soldado, but only if they go. They agree to get like lower wage, because they earn, they like they earn hell of a good money. So I that's the only way I would keep them. So Dom, what do you think, mate?
I agree. Like, obviously the club's in quite bad financial situation, and those two players are probably on quite high wages. So I think they can sort of sign maybe a year's deal worth, but they need to sort of cut down with their wages. But I think also, all the players we have on loan, but then their loan deals run out this season, like Ayu and Slimani. I think we need to just let them go and not sign. I hope we won't bring back Slimani, but I think there's been rumours Ayu might come again, but I don't really think he's worth our time to keep him. I think we should look in.
They failed actually. I had really high expectation from a special Ayer. I was like, this is the guy we are looking for. But somehow, like you learned this from one person. You shouldn't expect too much. In my opinion, one person did well, but most of the fans were expecting him to win us cups. Win us trophies. So we should learn from that. Well, I would like to keep Martin Shkrtel, renew his contract, but I don't know. All I know is it is not possible as he is leaving. Most likely, he's moving out to Italy. Probably it's going to be Parma, and I'm afraid to say that it's going to be tough for us to find a player to replace him. Because you can't only find.
It's the same like with Simon Kjær. So
exactly.
I'm still at the point that Simon Kjær was one of the most important defenders we had in the last few years. Maybe the most important one after Diego Lugano. And so there was something like a part of the defense which has broken away already, and there will be again a part which will break away.
Yeah. We saw Kaya and we were like, nah, I knew we can only find a defender in his qualities, just like I'm thinking now with Martin Shkrtel. Because
we have a good guy with Starbuck.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
He's a really good defender. So maybe we need one more. Maybe it could be someone.
I think someone they were seeing from Germany, mate. It was former Borussia Dortmund defender Subotic. Is he 30-year-old?
Oh, come on, not Subotic.
Because I think he's getting injured often, right?
Yes. First of all, that I mean, I met him twice. So far, he's a really great guy. He's doing a lot of social projects.
Yeah,
and that's
cool.
what I really like at him. But from the football side, I don't know. He played for Saint Etienne, I guess. I'm not sure where he's playing at the moment. He's still playing there, but so he has also played for Cologne here, and a great guy. But
when it comes to football, you say it's risky to sign.
He was a good player.
Yeah, exactly.
No discussions about
he
that.
made it to Borussia Dortmund.
I mean, he would be not the right guy for him.
Yeah, right. It's risky to get him then. Well, yeah, as you said, Salih is a great defender, but man, I mean, Shkrtel is another level. We all know that. I mean, maybe he did some. He has been doing some mistakes, especially this season, because I believe he can't really concentrate on his football as he is thinking of his future. I think that's why he couldn't really focus on his football. But as we are facing financial problems, it will be very tough for us to replace Martin Shkrtel. But I think it's going to be Sadık and Serdar Aziz. But I believe the club will get another foreign defender. I'm sure they're working on that. I know. I'm pretty much sure they have a list, and they have a defender in this list. Well,
they have to. I mean, at the end of the day, it sounds weird, but they have a job to do as well.
True. Yeah, you cannot get money just sitting.
Even if I can't believe it sometimes, but there are some people working. So I guess with a little bit of luck, we will have a good defender next season replacing Martin Shkrtel.
Yeah. Dom, you're still alive, bro. Yeah, cool, my man here. Sorry, I mean, when me and Meti together, like, we can't really stop speaking, one topic to another. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, so, we've been talking about different, who should we renew contracts with. I said Martin Shkrtel, so you know what's going on. So, what do you think? What do you think we're gonna replace Martin Shkrtel? I mean, at least we're gonna replace, but do you think it will be enough? Like, it will be in its quality defender?
I mean, yeah, I think it's quite likely we're going to replace him. I'll be surprised if he signs again. I think he's ready to move on. Obviously, he's a great player, and he does well. So we'll have to see who we sign. But I think we can sign someone of similar quality, maybe another free agent or something. It will be hard, but I think this summer we need to have a big squad overhaul. But we'll see who the team can bring in. But obviously, we don't have much money. So we just need to hope for the best and hope our transfers work out.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Because to be honest, last summer transfer window we signed many players and can't really say. We gotta admit that. We need to speak the facts. We actually failed. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Those are the facts. We failed in this last summer transfer window. In my opinion, we only did well signing young, talented, youngsters. Including Barış Alıcı, Berke, and Ferdi Kadıoğlu. And there's a topic I wanted to mention, and Chris already asked about it. He says there's lots of interest for Elif Elmas, and one of them is Tottenham Hotspur. If we get over 13 million euros, we should let him go. Well, I seen the rumors, and as I know, Fenerbahçe asked 15 million euros from Tottenham for over Elif Elmas, and as he mentioned, there are actually lots of interest for Elif Elmas from Serie A, Italy, and England. Premier League teams they have eyes on the 19-year-old midfielder Elif Elmas. Well, what do you think, Meti? 50 million euros for him? Would you let him go?
Well, in the financial situation in which we are, maybe I would, but in my opinion, he is someone who identifies with the club like no other young player we have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And even if his origins are not directly from Turkey, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He adapted to the team, he adapted to the country. I mean, he feels the Fenerbahçe feeling, in my opinion. And he should be, for me, he would be someone for the next 3 or 4 years. And at this position, I would maybe think about regretting the 50 million euros to say, come on, Elif, if you want to play for the next 3 or 4 years here, you can do that, and you can leave your footprints here in this club.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would be 23, 24, and if he's doing well, he can go somewhere else as well, or with 22.
Yeah.
I don't know. He could go to another club as well. And in my opinion, this would be my favorite way, but I can also understand that, especially for other clubs, it would be a better way for them to get him with 19, because then he would be on his high level with his perfect age. I hope you know what I mean. So I can understand that Tottenham Hotspur or other clubs are interested in him, because in my opinion, he has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
One of the most talented players in the Turkish league. So, yes, I would regret the offers, but at the end, I could understand if he's doing so.
Well, the interesting thing is, as I know, Tottenham haven't signed anyone in the last 2 years, right?
Yes.
That's the interesting thing to me,
That's curious.
Yeah, you suddenly.
I think the only team which didn't make a move in the last
year. Yeah, right. And suddenly they want to sign Elif Elmas, and that's a message for us as well. If they want to sign Elif Elmas, then that means that he's like a very good talent, because they wouldn't really go for him suddenly, Well, when I like Elif Elmas, I was thinking that, to be honest, I think he's not improving himself in Turkey. Well, he can't, in my opinion, because as I mentioned before, unfortunately, we don't have really much passion. I mean, I'm talking about our fans, and as I heard also, Elif Elmas got too much pressure. He feels very under pressure. He can't really focus on his football, and he just I saw tweets that he was crying. He was crying that he getting too much bad words from the fans. He was unhappy. So I think it is best. I'm very sorry to say that, but it is the best option for him and also for our club. To make an agreement with Tottenham or any other clubs who pays the most, who pays the highest money. And I believe he will improve better in Europe. He's a very good talent, and I wouldn't really like to see him, get invested in Turkey.
Yes.
Because if you don't give him a chance, if I was working for Fenerbahçe and if I was the manager, I would definitely have a conversation with Elif Elmas. I will be very honest. I would ask him about his opinion because Tottenham is one of the most popular teams right now in Europe, and they're playing in the Champions League. They beat Manchester City.
Yes.
So it's a club like this want to sign you, and I'm pretty much sure he will feel very excited. He will.
It can't get much better.
Yeah, he's just 19-year-old. It's a big chance.
If you look at the Tottenham roster, you know that if you do your job and if you work hard on yourself, you will get your chance. If you look at names like Dele Alli,
right, Harry Kane.
So I think the prospect there is for young players, especially for a Premier League club which is playing for the title year by year, or trying to do that, and especially now in the Champions League quarterfinals. So I think there's not much to think about for Elif if the offer is coming. I think it depends on Fenerbahçe what they are going to do, but I don't think, especially, of course, Ali Koch and the new guys are thinking financially for the club and of course for the future, but especially at the guy like Elif, they won't put in big signs in his way, so he will also support that, I guess.
Yeah, well, I would say 20 million euros for Elif Elmas. I would ask from Tottenham, and I would say goodbye to the Elif and wish them best of luck.
Yes, for 20 million euros, I would carry him from Istanbul to London.
Yeah, I will carry him on my shoulders, from Istanbul to London. Yeah, it will be good. As we are having already bad days, especially when we look at our financial problems. So it will be very good money for us also, and I believe the club will say, yeah, I mean, your time is over here, and so Elif Elmas.
I mean, if he goes, it's not like that the door at Fenerbahçe is closed. So I guess if he's going to make his European way, it could be that he's coming back with 30, 29 or something like that. So that would be nothing new for Turkish ways, and I would be, depending on how he will develop at the club like Tottenham or somewhere else where he's going to go. So I would have no problem with it if he comes back as an experienced midfielder.
But I feel like if this transfer happens, I mean his transfer to Tottenham, I'm pretty much sure we're gonna regret it because Elif has a potential to improve and become a very class midfielder. I say he can't improve here because he gets too much pressure from the fans.
Yes,
he can't really focus on football. Every time he gets the ball, he feels under pressure. He doesn't know what to do because he's afraid of doing mistakes. Then because he thinks if he does mistakes, the fans will be like saying like, oh, booing him, saying some bad words.
Yes, but I mean that's the special thing in Turkey.
Exactly, man. This is the problem.
You don't have something like that in Germany. So if you're looking at talents in Germany, they get a chance. If they fail, they get another chance. And as long as they are part of the club, there's no. Of course, there are some idiots on the stands, but the most of the stadium. If someone's complaining about a young player, you have in Germany so many people around him who are saying, hey, are you stupid or something like that. He's 19, 18 years old. He can make mistakes, and mistakes are human. And
true. I mean,
that's the point. What some or most of the Turkish fans, unfortunately, can't understand. They think if you are signing a professional contract, you are a perfect footballer and you don't make mistakes. That's the wrong thing.
Well, you learn from your mistakes. Even the best players in the world, that they do mistakes too. Cristiano Ronaldo missing open chances, missing penalties. Messi. It's gonna happen. You're a human, man. So if you just when the young players do mistake, you just can't boo them. You cannot say. I mean, you can't really text him on Instagram saying that you're a bad player, you don't deserve to play Fenerbahçe. Those players, especially young ones, like they do read this message. I know that. Like they're teenagers, they check their DMs. They read their message. And they, imagine you're playing for Fenerbahçe and you get hate message from Instagram, and there are Fenerbahçe fans. I would definitely say, screw that, I'm leaving. I will tell my agent to find me another club. Yeah, especially if I'm a foreigner player. And as you said, Elif, he's a really Fenerbahçe fan. I know that. He loves the club. But it looks like he got too much like hate from fans, unfortunately. Yes. And I really believe that he will leave Fenerbahçe, and I hope it's gonna be a good deal for the club. and we will see. I will just wish him the best. Yeah,
Yes.
Reyes. Someone says Reyes, Diego Reyes. I didn't. I mean, I forgot about him. Did he play for us even? Diego Reyes. Yeah, he's in Spain, right? I forgot the
Yes.
team he's playing for right now. Anyway, he's just loaned out to Spain, and he's not. He's just our player, so it's most likely he's gonna stay. That's what I believe. If the club he's playing for right now uh does like ask for money, I mean like if they want to sign him, so I would definitely let him go. And this is what's gonna happen in
Yes.
my opinion. This is what happened to Barış. Barış is, yeah, as Chris said, he's loaned out to Malatya Sport. Uh, he's doing good. He's doing okay with Yitan. Uh, they're gonna come back next season. I hope they will improve. They will be when they come back, we will see they're improved. So, Dom, let's see your thoughts about LFL must be linked with Tottenham. We've been talking about this too long, man.
Yeah, I think, yeah, like.
So you live in actual England, so you probably know like if LFL must will suit in the Premier League well or not.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the physicality. You know, he's a strong young guy, and you know, if goes to a Premier League club and he keeps up with his working out and diet and stuff, he can definitely handle the Premier League. I'm sure. He's just quite. He can be, obviously. We know he's quite volatile. Like, you know, he does lots of fouls and stuff, and we just.
But I think in the Premier League, the referees wouldn't say foul to his fouls. Maybe in Turkish Super League, Turkish referees, legends.
No, I think he does need to sort of calm down. He's like
yes,
aggressive player. Like, it's not surprising he's already been sent off for us. I was expecting it and stuff. But in terms of the move, if you know this rumor is true, then I think he should probably leave. You know, both financially for our team. I'd like to see, you know, us bring up a young player, and you know, they play for us for many years. But I think in today's football, there's a lot of moving around. You know, I think, and like we were saying, financially, it's good for us. It's probably good for him to develop as a player. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if if a European club does try to sign him in this summer if he leaves. I think that it's likely to happen.
Yeah. He's got like Elif, his physique is really good and will suit in the Premier League in my opinion. He's got the technique as well. Only thing I want him to improve is shooting. You know, he's kind of like not good at shooting, but I'm pretty much sure he will improve at it because he's still young, and he will learn and he will be doing really well. Well, he says that in the upcoming transfer window, we need to make striker position for 3. We need at least 2 strikers and get rid of Soldado and Slimani. That's for sure that Slimani will not be a Fenerbahçe player next season. He's already left out of the squad by Arsenal, the Fenerbahçe coach. And I think I feel like Soldado will stay at the club for 1 more year. That's what I believe so. And I wouldn't mind actually, because he's the type of player who doesn't make any problems even if he is on the bench. But I would definitely get 2 more strikers, and I don't know what to do with Frey actually. I'm very confused about him. There's been a lot of unrealistic rumors for Mesut Özil over the last few years, but this year it seems likely as the Arsenal coach Emery does not want him. Also, Mesut is a Fener fan. What do you guys think? Well, my personal opinion, I really love Mesut Özil. I mean, I will die for him to play for Fenerbahçe, and he has said that back in the days he will be playing for Fenerbahçe before he retires. He says that it's going to happen as he's a Fenerbahçe fan. Well, we don't know when yet, but it looks like, I feel like in a few years, as he's getting old, he will sign for Fenerbahçe. Maybe even at the end of this season, as you said, Arsenal coach Emery, he's not very happy with Mesut Özil. Like, I think they can't get along with. So I wouldn't be surprised if we sign Mesut Özil next season, but it will be probably for on loan, as he is still left some years in his contract with Arsenal, as I know. So it will be only for online, if I'm not wrong. But I'm confused. I'm not sure how they will get, like, they will do this. His salary, I'm confused about that. Maybe 50% of, like, Arsenal will pay and the rest of Fenerbahçe will pay. So Meti, I'm pretty much you would like to see Mesut Ozil at Fenerbahçe too, as you know. I know he's one of your favorite players.
Yes, of course, it would be cool, but like I said, I think we will have to wait maybe 1, maybe 2 years. I think in 2 years his contract will expire. So I don't think that we, especially in our financial situation, that will be happening this summer transfer window. So I guess we will have to wait 1 or I think it's more realistic of 2 years. I think then he's 32, and that's the typical age of a
player.
World Cup player to come to Turkey.
Yeah, after you 31, 33, you have to just move to a Turkish football club. That's the rule for popular footballers.
Yes, right.
Well, I mean, we love this, you know. But I mean, we love hearing popular football players linked with Turkish teams. You know, every Turkish team fans love it. You know what? I knew Fenerbahçe got in touch with Arsenal over Mesut Ozil in this winter transfer window. I knew that. I heard about it, and it's really true. But it didn't happen. It's most likely because of his salary. They just couldn't make any agreement. So Dom, you just what do you think about, like, Mesut Ozil?
Yeah, well, just a few quick words because I do have to go soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Ozil. To be honest, I don't think he'll come this summer because I was reading some English transfer news, and they were saying every Arsenal player with a year left on their contracts will be sold this summer, and for us, we can't afford to buy Ozil and then also pay his wages. It's just unrealistic. So I think we're going to have to wait to see who he signs for this summer. Maybe he signs, 2-year, 3-year deal with them, most likely 3-year deal. And then I think after that, he will sign for us. So I think because his Arsenal contract is just so huge, it's so much money that I don't think he's going to, he's going to go to a team that can pay him a lot of money. So we'll see. I mean, I just think it's quite unrealistic. I think it's going to be a few more years before we get him again.
Yeah. So before we just end today's episode, there's a last one more question. Quickly, I want to ask you. This goes for you, Meti. I want to ask you guys which squad and which year was Fenerbahçe at its peak. I would say with coach Zico when we played quarterfinal in the Champions League.
Oh yes, I think I would agree with this comment. Of course, the times with Christoph Daum was special as well. So
Coco King.
Yes, so I think we had a few peaks, but I couldn't say. So of course, the Champions League season where we made it to the quarterfinals, maybe the most. The most special one, which we still have in our minds, and we always think every day about it. And when I open Facebook and see clips from it, and
it makes me tears, man.
Directly, so I would say yes, this was maybe the best season in the last few years too. It's already a few years ago, but I would say
it feels like ages ago, right?
That,
yeah. Same here, man. I would say definitely Zico, but I cannot skip this season we got with when we won the championship on April with Arsenal in 2014. That was a good season, and also with when we played the semi-final in the Europa League under Aykut Kocaman. This was exciting as well, man. And we also, as you said, Daum, he did I remember when we won the league with under Daum, that was pretty much awesome too. With Van Hooijdonk and that squad. So Dom, let's see you quickly, mate.
I think the Zico team, that was probably our best. We'd reached the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and there was just quality throughout. It was lots of great Turkish players and Brazilians. Really,
yeah, it was cool.
Duo mix, samba time.
Yeah, that dance, when we scored Carlos, David, Alex. I remember with us, and that was under Santos. Very good. Yeah, that was fantastic season. Thank you for joining us, Meti, one more time, mate. It was really fantastic to have you on the podcast once again.
Thank you for the invite, man.
Yeah, and hopefully we will get 3 points against Galatasaray, and we will with the Intercontinental derby. That's what I believe. So you guys said we will get draw. Dom said 2-2. You said 1-1. But I believe we will get 3 points by winning 2-1. Yeah, and we will just keep continue. I mean, we will run our unbeaten records at Kadıköy because that's what we used to do. So that's how we did, man. Thank you, guys who asked our questions. And see you in the next episode. Peace out. Bye bye.
Bye bye.